السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. Sultan is busy.
We're continuing with the book of creation, the last paragraph on page 5, starting with everything that exists is connected to all other things. Everything that exists is connected to all other things. Nothing can exist or survive by itself. It's interesting. When I was reading the first part, I'm saying to myself, how so? Everything that exists is connected to all other things. How so? And nothing can exist or survive by itself. I think that's we should discuss a little more on how do I think that things are connected to other things. So maybe just the existence of one particle. How, its composition. How does it come about, really, and how it's...
How about its environment, its relationship with the others?
Yeah, how is everything connected to all other things?
Think about yourself. Are you connected or not to other things?
Yes.
Yeah. So look at the computer. Do you think each part is connected to other parts?
It is connected, yes. The whole device, everything is connected to each other.
If it wasn't, the part wouldn't function at all. So the thing itself may be perfect, but it is not connected to the rest of the whole system. Cannot function.
That's a good point. If a thing is not connected to the rest of the system, even the thing itself won't function.
It cannot function by itself. It would mean nothing. That's why the second part of the sentence says,
nothing can exist or survive by itself. I understand the survive part, like as just a single one thing wouldn't be able to survive by itself, yes.
Can you survive if the rest of the universe wasn't created or didn't exist?
No.
And that's how you are arranged. We are arranged. So that is nothing can exist, or that is the order of the universe by itself. So everything is the universe is in existence, inexistent. The universe is existent, and nothing can exist by itself. Think about anything. No, it can exist by itself, but it should not be the same. Same thing. So it is no function, no purpose, nothing. Everything must work in harmony so that a result, a purpose will be realized, achieved. Otherwise, creating a single atom or creating a single tree wouldn't really survive without air, that's how it is. When we look at its nature, that's definitely it is made in such a way that it can only exist. It can only exist with its environment or everything, the rest of the things.
So the one who created a single thing created all things.
Yeah, the text says is, but we can say as a result of our observation, we say the one who created, who must have created a single thing, created all things, because that is our conclusion after observation, experience.
Yes, that makes sense. And can only be the one eternally besought of all.
Well, how did you come to this conclusion? Everything eternally besought, everything seeks that one, whoever gave existence to the universe. And it doesn't need anything. How do we come to this conclusion? Can be the one eternally besought of. One can only be the one, this, nothing else. Because, refer to the previous sentence.
The one who created a single thing created all things, and can only be the one eternally besought of all.
Did you get it?
The one who created a single thing created all things, and can only be the one. Everything is in need to be created, and everything is in need to be given existence.
Yeah.
And it can only be done so by a one that we are all in need of.
Everything is in need.
Everything is in need of.
So, including the universe is in need of, in its totality.
Mm-hmm.
That's why eternally besought one means absolute one.
Mm-hmm.
The simple language, absolute one, eternal one. Not in the universe, not within the universe. Alaykum salam.
By contrast, natural causes to which the misguided ascribe creativity are numerous. Do not know one another and are blind. Are numerous, do not know one another, and are blind. This is very interesting.
What is he talking about here now? About?
He's talking about wrong reasoning. So the way I understand misguided
Yeah, wrong reasoning.
is
But
natural causes, as in the how are things coming into existence, or we see that things are connected to each other, and we may leave it as such, like a chain. Oh, A causes B, B causes C, and so on and so forth, right?
to other things. For example, let's say if I attributed my existence to air, that is what the text says. Air is air, light, the rest of the universe is needed. That's why numerous, in order for me to come into existence. And air doesn't know sunlight, does it? I mean, if you say, yeah, it knows, okay, show me the sign of knowledge. That's why the author takes it for granted that it's definitely a misguided idea. It means not right idea. And they don't know one another,
Yes.
right? So that they will communicate, and also they are blind. It means they don't see what is going on around them and what will happen in the future if I come next to the sunlight, for example, and water. Air says, well, if I'm with the water, it will work. So let me cooperate or collaborate with water. You close the door, I think.
One door I closed.
Yeah, you can close two of them if you don't mind, so that people may have something. No, got it?
What's an interesting point is, how it started off, that how things are connected to each other, but then yet they don't know each other. They're not communicating with each other, right? That's an interesting point.
That is very simple thing in our simple daily experience. We cannot say that the parts of the computer or parts of something know each other. That's why they come together. You don't have to have the very complicated, for example, this cupboard or cabinet there, two doors. So they may close it perfectly. Yeah. Do they know each other? Definitely. You said, let's close it so that the dust should come in. And I have to give a shape to myself according to the shape of the others. The other will say, I have to give a shape to myself so that the other parts, they will communicate. And then you will be like this, I will be like this, and make a perfect two doors working functioning perfectly. Or as it is that it does now. It must be, a person must be insane to say this. No, our experience of the universe is nothing different from that. They communicate with each other in a perfect way, but they don't know each other at all. They cannot communicate. They don't see they don't really think the future. It's so simple, yeah.
Is there anything in the universe that know each other? I would say
human beings, yeah. Okay. So it can really work perfectly. What's a guarantee that I'm not going to have a car crash? Yeah, even we are intelligent, even we know each other. I know that there's a car coming, so I have to stop and go to the right side, whatever. Still, as a human being, we communicate, but in our existence, never. That's obvious. But even the things we're conscious wouldn't be able to manipulate all of them. Can you control all traffic? No. Only the one you are interacting temporarily, not continuously. Temporarily, just that moment, and that's it. You don't know what will happen next moment. There's a conscious human beings who have knowledge. who have free will, who have consciousness.
Attributing creativity to them, as in to natural causes.
Yeah, I mean, causal chain as we see in order. Natural cause means there is no natural cause, in fact. Not natural cause, it's a chain. But since people use this expression, okay, can I attribute myself to the chain of relationship that I have? When I eat something, it nourishes me, right? When I eat something, it nourishes me. So, as if, whatever I eat is doing some work on me, think about it. When it knows my body and adjusts itself and really gives nourishment. Another very simple question: where did it begin? How it has the power to nourish or nourishment, substance of nourishment? It was given. It cannot produce it. It was given to it. It is provided for it. The conditions are arranged and given existence within a certain connection of everything, and then result is the result is the planning, arranging, knowing, ability. That's why the things come into existence as we see. If there is no such a source, we cannot really explain the existence of anything. Very simple. But why? It always bothers me, this arrogant people who study science, they don't see this. Why do you think they don't see that? Alaikum salam. Alaikum salam. Why do you think they don't see it?
I think as far as my observations within the universe go, so for example, if I plant a seed, as far as the conditions within the universe, I always observe
already existing
order within the universe.
Conditions within the universe, established, arranged. Yeah.
Right. I always observe the growing of the seed when there is sunlight, when there is water, as far as my observations go.
Yeah, as a result of my observation, what has been happening.
Right. Within the established order in the universe.
Yeah.
I guess the problem lies in if I just condition myself to what I see in front of me without thinking about the qualities, like, okay, I see
quality where?
The qualities that I see happening in front of me, for example. So when
in the result.
In the result, right.
And the cause. Compare the quality.
The apparent cause.
Yeah.
Or what I observe as initially observe as the cause. So
yeah, they say this is the cause.
Right.
Yeah. I experience that. When I do this, it happens. Oh, that's obvious, isn't it? Guaranteed.
Right. So when I look at the effect, the qualities in what comes about of the process, if I examine those qualities there, I cannot connect those back to the causes that I seem to be observing in front of me.
Why I cannot?
So, for example, with the seed, with the growing of the seed, there's the interconnectedness within the soil, the seed, the water, the sunlight, and none of these elements seem to have any knowledge, consciousness, awareness, wisdom in the way that they don't know each other.
Yeah.
So with the laptop example, right? The parts by themselves do not know each other, but they have been consciously kind of put together But if I limit myself just to my usage of the laptop without thinking any further, so the screen is bright, or questioning with the effect of my usage of the laptop with what seems to be the apparent causes, then I am in almost a contradictory state if I don't question myself. Because I say, oh yeah, the enter button is what makes the computer turn on, and this is what does that. But having said that, there is a sort of relationship within the pieces of the laptop and the laptop itself. I'm not saying that the pieces make the effect, but there is some within the created order, within the established order in the universe.
Order, let's say, because
within
the computer.
Within the made order within the computer, there is still a relationship between the keyboard and the hard drive and the screen and all of those. There is an order, but my mistake is attributing the effect to the order.
Itself. Not as a result of order, but as a source
of existence of the qualities that I see in the effect of the.
That's why they don't question the existence of anything. Those people who come to very quick conclusion, they don't question the existence of anything, including their qualities. Where did they, for example, the computer got its qualities is to function in the way it is arranged. So, how about these qualities? What is the cause of existence of these qualities that I observe? For example, when I use the computer, I see that there are certain qualities functioning there, but the source of existence of these qualities is taken for granted. And saying that that's how it is, that's it. That's what I found at the computer as it is, functioning like. That's it. But it has been in this way for years, billions of years, trillions of years. Make a long life to it and make it as if, oh, yeah, really for trillions of years it has been working in this way, so it must be by itself. It must exist by itself. Very simple-minded. Very simple-minded. They don't ask the question of existence, source of existence. Where did it come? Very simple one. What we always observe that this is the missing part. And they may excuse that in Torah, the age of the earth is 5,000 something years. Well, it is ridiculous. You see, the religious sources are ridiculous, really discarded. That's it. That's what they are. But they can never refer to the Quran. The Torah is their favorite reference because it goes to Judaism, it goes to Christianity, base of Christianity. So we defeated religion because of the age of the earth referred in the Quran, in the Torah. It is not really explicit, but Orthodox Jews believe that the names mentioned in they call it prophets, the names mentioned in the Torah, and they are given certain ages. Some of so it was 1,000 years old. And altogether, it sums up with 500. But can we read a text which is a guidance for people to think as a source of scientific explanation? It means reality out there. You have to interpret it, but unfortunately, many conservative Jews, not conservative, Orthodox Jews, Orthodox Christians, and very Orthodox Muslims, meaningless. There's no meaning because of the fear of something that we can talk. They close the door for interpretation of the text and start reading the text literally and ends up as a stupid reading and a meaningless text. Because why they don't accept? That's an interesting point. Why they don't accept interpretation? Because of the fear of arbitrary liberal interpretation of fiqh rules. They don't want it. You know, if you interpret Salah, for example, as not narrated by the tradition, in another way, you end up saying that the Salah should not necessarily should be in this one. There is no source saying that, claiming that. They are frightened that the social structure of the already existing society will be shaken. They are really, really frightened. So this obsession about certain way of understanding the Quranic verses or Hebrew verses, Torah verses, against the inherited formal type of religion. They say, oh, everything will be upside down, everybody will pray in a completely different way, or they don't pray at all because they say, oh, I'm always praying while I'm driving. Or in the way, so, oh no, the social structure will be shut down. This fear, for example, a rabbi said, look, if we open the text, that's a general understanding of a rabbinic interpretation of the text, but conservative, not conservative, orthodox, I say conservative. Everybody is conservative. Atheists are very conservative, extremely conservative with their language. So we should not use that word there. So orthodox, can you, for example, ask an atheist interpreter of the creation? So question, when you say causes, when you say nature, ask. No. Are you ready to question, interpret what it is? You say, nature is nature. Like a rabbi speaking about Torah. So, and they ask him, well, why do you say that Torah should not be interpreted? Oh, if it was so, look at the reasoning. It was open to interpretation. So people say they, for example, do not kill others. Will be interpreted, kill means this and this and this, and start killing the others, and arbitrarily, liberally interpreted. So we shouldn't open this door. Fear is where established form of the society may be disturbed. Passion. Not ideology, because ideology means the belief. Why I should take Torah as an authority, source of authority. So this is taken for granted. They don't have to question. So what? The earth is 5,000 years old. Well, okay, what's wrong with it? But it is against all evidence. Okay, you take it in this way, I take it this way. That's my belief. I believe in Torah. That's stupid. Just for the sake of very small things, minute things, secondary things, they sacrifice the whole belief system of religion. That's what's happening in Muslim world as well. They say, you cannot interpret, you cannot interpret, you cannot interpret. Why do they say that? Because they are afraid that people may start fasting in another way than it is commonly inherited tradition. Somebody may arbitrarily say that fasting is not eating and drinking during a period of time, but nothing else. They say, no, you have to do this, you have to be careful, you shouldn't take even 1 grain of something, and you shouldn't approach your wife during this period, and the time must be really fixed. Right? from dawn to dusk. Why? Harmonious society. How about belief? Where is harmony of belief among the followers of the certain tradition of the religion? Let alone harmony. Harmony, the belief is completely neglected, taken from that. Belief is not confirmation anymore. Because you cannot try to understand the text in order to establish the foundation of your belief. And in order to establish that, you cannot really read the text literally. Impossible. Can you read any poem literally and understand that the text means? Why do you take classes in English literature? Oh, the poet wanted to say this, it is referring to this, right? And maybe take literature classes. But it may be in high school or first year. I think it's the requirement in every major. Okay. Okay.
When you say commonly inherited tradition,
But form should not be shaken, so should be closed to interpretation, but it refers to, it continues, everything in the text should be closed to interpretation. Because they don't bother about belief. Belief is what? Inherited. So the Muslims say, for example, we are not Jews, because Jews say that we are chosen people, we inherit the Judaism from birth. And Muslims claim the same thing. Because I was born into a Muslim family, so I'm a Muslim. And they say this Jewish belief is so ridiculous, they find themselves in the same way, in the same pot. So ridiculous, because they don't appreciate the value of belief. You know why? The reason, real reason, they cannot really demonstrate the validity of belief. It needs thinking. It needs work. It needs free mind. It needs to be open to various ways of understanding. Because belief is not structured. Belief is unique. But practical side of Islam, religion, anything, is not unique, communal. So they are, how do you say, obsessed to protect the community form. And this form must be in unity. That's why no one can question really about the legitimacy of the inheritance in practice. And I have been seeing this among the Muslim community that I inherited this culture, practiced in this way. Is it really correct? You dare to ask this question. What do you mean? Do you think all the Muslims for thousands or over 1,000 years have been doing this and they didn't understand, realize, didn't see the mistake in it that you are going to see? What? But every generation said the same thing. So, of course, it is another aspect which requires the necessity of prophethood, and the prophethood presents us the outward form of religion. It means practical. Choose form of religion, but not because prophet didn't teach belief. but not many hadiths is narrated about belief. There are but very scattered things. And why? Because Prophet left belief to the teachings of Quran. So Quran is all about belief. What the Prophet did is a result of this belief, which kind of character will be developed, and in the form of the social life, which kind of unity in identity as Muslims, as Jews, will take in this form. So people look at the Prophet's life, what do they see? Outward physical appearance of the form, and narrate them. Both of them are right. Outward appearance of the form should be learned through the practices of the Prophet. But another thing is, what is disturbing for those very Orthodox people, it means not open-minded Orthodox. I am Orthodox, perfect Orthodox. But I question the legitimacy of what they've been doing by referring to the sources, maybe Hadith narrations, maybe Quranic narrations. But they think they are Orthodox means conservative. Not Orthodox, really conservative, stupid, or meaningless claim. What they see in the practical side of religion. The Prophet was very flexible. Oh, it is also dangerous. What should we do? We should reduce to only one form. What is that? One scholar says, that is my understanding, and I am the expert on the subject, you have to follow me. And another scholar says, this is my understanding, and I know better than you, you have to follow me. And the two schools of fiqh start appearing because of the very flexible practice of the Prophet. He was very strict in belief matters. He was depending on the people, depending on the capacity of the society, depending on the conditions. So they practice this way, in another condition, practice in another way. And the people, of course, don't know. They follow one tradition. If you go to a certain country, what you see, following one method and the same form. When you grow up in this one, you see that the whole Islam is on this. You cannot do anything if you are grown in a Shafi society tradition. You cannot really do what the Hanafis are doing in person. Why? You dare do it. You don't know. You have learned only one form. We cannot be flexible because you don't know the variety of the tradition narrated from the practical life of the Prophet. That is the reality, but it is not the case in the Muslim world. It is the case in Christianity. It is the case. So they don't bother about the practical side anymore, but not much. Just, be a good man. And the Jews are crazy about rules. Crazy. Much more crazy than Muslim scholars. So that kills the spirit of religion in practical terms. We have to know that. It doesn't mean that we should ignore forms. Who said that? What is the Prophet doing that? Not only for this, but fundamentally this. I mean, not fundamentally the Quranic teaching and reflecting it in one's character, how it should function in my practical life. If I believe in this, if I believe in this, if I believe in this. For example, eternal life after death, resurrection, and I have to be accountable for I have chosen is through my free will. I may transgress other people's rights, not only people, but other creatures' life. Yeah, I have to be accountable for it because I died and everything is closed, finished. Yeah, for example, if a person, whatever, the person, what we hear, the person will tell him, and then the police, or he himself, committed suicide, killed himself. Okay, where is the punishment? Where is the punishment? What is the law say? Where is the punishment? It's killed. Nothing. How about the rights of those people who were killed unjustly? Where is the punishment? How can you preserve the right of those people who were treated unjustly? Where is it? That is, maybe the person kills himself. If not, they put him in permanent imprisonment. That's the indictment given to him. Yeah? He lives there for 10 years and dies. Finished. We say we gave him 100 years of imprisonment. But he practiced only 5 years, 10 years. Even if he doesn't commit suicide. What is it? He killed 10 people. He killed 51 people recently. But he didn't kill himself. For any reason. Now they will say we have given him 500 years of imprisonment. Isn't that ridiculous? For the rest of his life, it divorced and imprisonment. So how about my rights? He's not paying anything to compensate my rights. 51 people's life, right of living, right of life, right of life. Where is it? Where is it? No way to pay to be compensated in this secular law system. So the Quran says, the world doesn't, the existence doesn't consist of this world only. Careful, watch out. So it must reflect in your life. Don't say that, at the most what I do, I serve, I kill someone. At the most I serve in prison for 10 years. Anyway, food is ready, taken care of. 5 conditions are taken care of. Laundry is taken care of. What do you want? But freedom is not, but how about 10 people were killed? The right of these people? They said, okay, after 10 years, I can get out of it. But many people get out of prison. But then what happened? How about my right? Bye-bye. Or they said, you are unlucky. Yes. You are the victim. Unlucky. Happened to be natural. You have to accept as it is. It wasn't your chance to entertain your life. Finish. Meaningless, isn't it?
Your family could always sue for personal injuries, but that's.
So first,
I'm saying your family could always sue for personal injuries, but that doesn't. It was a bad joke. I tried to make that joke.
the bear? No, you tried to make.
He tried to make a joke, it didn't work.
I see.
Yeah.
I don't understand the language. Yeah. So that's it. I mean, some people prefer to spend the time during the severe winter conditions in prison. It's safe, not warm. Health is taken care of. Everything is taken care of. So what they do is December is coming. December, January, February, and okay, 3 months is okay. To be safe. I shouldn't be freezing outside, taken care of. Everything is free, isn't it? Did they pay anything?
No.
Because who pays the prison cost?
Taxpayers.
Sorry?
Taxpayers. Or
yeah, you and me.
Right.
So we are feeding this man. What's it mean? It's meaningless. He kills somebody, he does something, and I feed him with my own money. You see, this world without the eternal creation, to be recreated in another form when taken into account for justice. The one for justice, the one who transgressed my life will suffer death right eternally. And yet my life is transgressed. I lost some values in my life, yeah, and I will be rewarded eternally for this. If there is no belief in the hereafter, what's happening in this world will fall into complete meaninglessness. So there is law in this country. Meaningless. There's law in this country, meaning. So, I mean, it is not really our subject now, but it is interesting to get to know that God says, look, you have to apply retaliation. What? If someone kills somebody, by mistake is different. Oh, by mistake, no one is responsible. Fully by mistake. You kill somebody, what will happen to you? You will be killed, and you will pay your punishment by your own life. So I have to think not only double, 10 times. If I kill somebody, innocent person, ultimately I'm killing myself. Shall I kill myself? Because I'm a ruthless man? Shall I kill myself? Because it is inevitable that this man will be killed. And the other man's relatives, what they are, the man is deprived, but he will be rewarded eternally in the eternal life. Yeah, if someone, the crazy people should not hear this, is someone killed with no reason at all, total innocent. He is treated as martyr. Martyr means what? The highest quality of eternity. It will be compensated. This person will be compensated. But if the people, but the one who is killed will be compensated with eternal happiness, all right? He will entertain. The one who killed it will suffer. Yeah. But in this world, the murderer, if the inheritors of the people, or the dead man, killed person, murdered person, it says, okay, as far as we are concerned, we forgive him that he should not be, so that he shouldn't be killed in return, but he must pay blood money. In this world. It doesn't mean that he saved his eternal life, no, in this world. So that at least, for example, children are left because father was dead, murdered. So if father was alive, which kind of provisions or life conditions, although it's not the same, but at least within the conditions of this world, these children need. These children need. Let's say $1 million. Then blood money is 1 million. Example, or 100,000, whatever. This is just materially within the conditions of this world must be compensated. Now, this doesn't depend on the murderer. It depends on the people who were the inheritors of the murdered person. So it is not guaranteed that if my brother, for example, were killed, it's not guaranteed that for the murderer, it's not guaranteed that I will say, okay, don't kill this man, but ask him to pay blood money. So he will work as if he is working for the private people of the private inheritors of murdered person. He will work for them because the blood money is so expensive. So expensive. For his rest of his life, he will work for them. Yeah, it means really in this world, his life will be for the others. In the eternal life, definitely he will suffer eternally for his life, for his existence here. So, if there was no eternal life, and they call it day of judgment, that means the real judgment. If the real judgment was not to be applied, this life in this earth, on earth, would be meaningless, full of contradiction. All the secular laws are not the solution at all. If there was no eternal life, but secular laws, some of them, people think that, if murder is so stupid, if murder is wrong, why do we kill the murderer then? It's wrong. Look at the logic. They don't know that. Before the murderer kills somebody, it must be the law that, look, ultimately I'm killing myself. They have this one in mind. If I say I will get away with it, what I do, I feel more free, to kill people when I'm angry with them. Because I'm not going to pay it with my life. I'm not going to pay for it with my own life. So I was like, okay, I can live in prison. It is more comfortable. It is insured, everything is taken care of. But freedom, yeah, but okay, that's okay. Separate. They don't think the cause. They don't think the root. They say, okay, murder is wrong. Why do we kill the murderer then? They are all very logical, but as if Plato is speaking. Isn't that idiotic? Stupid. Simple-mindedness. Using the compassion in the wrong way, which is the very common practice anyway. This is one. Freedom. Okay. That is the reason we came from there. This simple-minded people's claim that the text should not be interpreted. We know the base. Why? Right? They are really crazy about keeping the people in a certain chain that they themselves put it. And if you are growing into, let's say, Hanafi tradition, you don't know what it is. After they say, I didn't know I was Hanafi. You find yourself in a community. If you see a Maliki doing something, their understanding of the practical side of religion, something strange, so simple. religion is taken so shadowy or shallow, so shallow, reduced its actions on ignorance. We have to suffer. We have to suffer for the ignorance, our own ignorance. Yeah. So we will be just a stupid follower of a certain tradition. Okay. That makes that the ultimate the root of this discussion that I extended it. Root of discussion that makes the atheist interpreters of existence look like legitimately acceptable. Their proposal, their interpretation of creation justifies them. You know, what is the cost of it? Because of our prejudice, because of our closed-mindedness, because of our ignorance, we pass justification to the atheistic interpretation of those certain materialistic-minded people of the creation. They say, okay, this religion says 5,000 years of the world is 5,000 years of God, not make enough. So, religion is to be thrown into the garbage bag. Science is the only solution. And they say, yeah. They say, yeah. That's correct. It's ridiculous. So religion is nothing but brainwashing from the very young age of the child. They say, for example, every community says what? Jewish community definitely makes it necessary that their generation should go to Jewish schools and indoctrinated there. Muslims say definitely they should go to Muslim Sunday schools or other schools indoctrinated there. About what? Forms. And belief is always taken for granted. Forms. Go and see what you learn. You learn how to read the Quran. You learn tajweed of the Quran. You memorize the Quran. You memorize the rules. What is the legitimate form of praying, fasting, or Hajj? What are the rules of Hajj? You will do it only once in your whole life. Why do you memorize it? Written rules are there. When you intend to go there, open them. Get the guidance, practical side of it. Once in your life. Really? You don't need to memorize it. It is done once, that's enough. You go crazy about it. So they say, oh, mashallah, my child is being educated in Islam. What do you call it? Robot? Monkey? Making the children monkey. Imitate what they see in the society. What's going on? Of course, this ridiculous appearance gives justification. You see, no? You see why certain tradition prevails for 5,000 years, or not practically 2,700 years in Jewish society, 1,400 years in Muslim society, 2,000 years in Christian society. Why? Because everybody in the society, new generation, brainwashed and conditions at the age of 5. You see? And then Carl said, look, most of the people live in God. That is human nature. Indoctrination turns out to be human nature. They say, you see, okay, go and speak to a rabbi, go and speak to an imam, make an interview with them. What they will say, of course, we encourage our generation not to get lost in other culture, but we have to preserve our tradition. Tradition is very human. No one can get out of our tradition. Even the atheist families have their own tradition. So tradition is sacred. Religion turns into a tradition. And they say, look, no reason, no justification, but blind imitation of tradition. Yeah, tradition is unavoidable. Yeah, so the people will keep repeating the same thing generation by generation because it's a tradition. And atheists say, no, you have to be open-minded. You have to question everything, and you have to question the nature, and then come to the very secretly. You have to understand how the universe works. What is the trick? Well, then they study the universe and find out how it works, and
It's the source of existence.
it is itself is the source of its own existence. Right? Because you are studying how the computer works. You never question that why these parts became together. Where did you get these parts? Existence is separate. There's an expression like what I tell you, they definitely look like a pig where they play the trick. This is what I mean. Where they play, they never ever touch the question of source of existence. We don't need it. It always works in this way. Look, I have this computer for many years. It always works in this way. Why should I bother? How did it come into existence? I don't know the beginning. I don't know the end. So why should I bother? Forget about it. Because there's no answer. Very trigger. But what justifies their trick is the believer's stupid understanding of religion, treatment of the revelation. It means if someone says, hey, guilty, stand up, I have to listen. It's me, not the atheist first. Me. I'm justifying him. And he takes advantage of it. That's his choice, but I give the opportunity to him. So it's very, very, very dangerous and very risky. Yeah. Brings a big responsibility for you to speak on behalf of religion. You have to be 100% clear. Otherwise, say nothing. If you say no, do you pray 5 times a day? Yes. Why? I don't know. I'm stupid. I just follow the tradition. That's it. Don't give any justification because you don't know. Say I'm stupid. If you say, yes, because it is our religion, say, hey, you see, speak word. Camera, turn there. Turn there. That's what they do. You justify.
Also in especially in Muslim tradition, when you're teaching the kids about Islam, they discourage the kids from questioning Islam because I feel like they feel threatened. They feel like, so you're questioning the Quran, you're questioning the Hadith. They take it in such a wrong way.
It's unbelief. It is something, what do you say? You have to question the Hadith or the word.
Are you questioning the Quran?
Question. Not you say the question. What does it mean?
They take it as a threat.
Yeah. So because you know what? Very simple. They never question themselves. They don't have the answer.
Exactly.
So simple. They speak big. They propagate Islam so strongly as if they are the pioneers. They don't know why they themselves have chosen Islam. Really, it's belief side. Our religion is beautiful. Who says my religion is not beautiful? Who says that I am a Buddhist, but Islam is better religion? Have you seen anyone? Huh? I am an agnostic, but Islam is better. Have you seen anyone? Or Islam or Christian, whatever, I mean, something else. But still, yeah, I follow agnosticism, for example. Have you seen any? We say, no, when we say that Islam is the most beautiful edge, we say we guarantee our belief in Islam. Yeah, you guarantee your idiocy. Not believe in Islam, you're being a monkey. You guaranteed that. Yeah, I'm sure you did. Look, I look at myself, I found myself as a monkey. Okay, I have to admit, I don't know. Yeah, I don't speak. I shouldn't speak as if I know. And defend religion with no awareness. Questioning is prohibited. Definitely in Judaism, you cannot question. Definitely. In Islam, those people who claim to the authority, definitely close it. They don't let to speak. They don't ask, especially new generation, not opposite idea. For example, in my practical life, in my classes, I am closed to what? Anybody comes to the class and claims to defend the religion, I said, shut up. You can ask about the religion. Don't claim. You can ask. Why? Because this class is asking about the legitimacy of any religious belief system. I don't want to hear your claim of knowing something. Ask a question. They come and narrate a verse and say, shut up. I mean, I don't say shut up, but really, practically, I shut them up. You know why? You are just narrating. You are not questioning. But say a verse in the Quran and say, look, I read this as a Muslim in the Quran, coming from the Muslim tradition, in the Quran, and I don't understand. Or I understood it in this way and it made sense to me. Oh, they are most welcome. The class is all about. But when they claim to believe and defend it, out. Because the nature of the class is to reject all this stupid attitude. So why should I let the stupid attitude be prevalent in the class and prevent from our progress of reasoning, asking, questioning? I don't think somebody, I don't know, you closely follow the texts that we study, right? And write the summary of it. If you are seeing any attitude, any interpretation which is based on prejudice or tradition, that's our Islam. What the Quran says. One sentence, please. For 10 years. One sentence. So I realized, well, no, look, Quran says this, verse says this, that's what I believe. And show me one. Come on, this is it hasn't been going on for 10 years. Even more. Some recordings were made before I came to New York. Yeah, it goes back really 15 years in my presence here. They are all in Hamid. Yes, the previous ones are in Turkish. Later on, the Turkish and English. Now, that's what we believe. No, but I can use this name, you can see. That is how we concluded as a result of our reasoning and question. Not that's what we believe. Now, this conclusion is my belief for the moment, but I don't use this belief in order to justify another section in religion. It needs another reasoning there. You cannot copy paste a solution for a formula and apply it to another one. It is another question. It is another equation to solve, not this one. Now, therefore, for example, we never use belief in God in order to justify belief in the hereafter. Not because we believe in God, but the Quran is the word of God. Quran says there is a hereafter. That's why we accept hereafter. No. And that's why it is very hard to follow this class. Because you have to take up the responsibility on yourself. Does this reasoning make sense to me as well? Because reason is not copying. Reasoning is not imitating. But what people say, this reasoning is very boring. Because it is hard. Right? You have to move. You have to take up the responsibility on yourself. So, it must be a spiritual side of it. It means I have to slip away and then we have to listen to those people who have spiritual enlightenment. So we have to get guidance from them. Register. They will teach you. He will say, okay, I'm safe now. What I must do? Yes, okay, I will do it. There is no responsibility on yourself. I know. In spirituality. Do you understand? Yeah, of course, human spirit must be satisfied, but not in an imitative way. On a mission. So that your spirit will be satisfied. So I am listening to the professor, mathematics professor, very high class teacher. I am a primary school student, and he said 2 + 2 makes 4. He knows. And 2 + 2 makes 4. Why? My professor told me I have to be modest. Look at the idiocy. And I shouldn't rely on my own reasoning. It is very arrogant. It is the easy way to escape from personal responsibility. Why? We keep saying in the classes, belief is personal. You cannot inherit belief. You can inherit how to pray from your parents, how to do it. But you cannot inherit from your parents why you should pray. Can you? You have to have a person. But it is responsibility. It is very human responsibility. You have to develop it yourself. But it is heavy. You have to question everything. Now, for example, the Quran says there will be a hereafter after you die. After I die, there will be a hereafter. I've never seen anyone living after they die. And they will be given eternal life. What? I will be given eternal life, don't make me laugh. Right? My God, I'm rotting in the grave. It needs reasoning. It needs questioning. What does it mean? Can I really accept it? Is it really human? rationally acceptable conclusion? What is it? Tell me. I have to take the responsibility of reasoning about it is rationality, it is legitimacy, it is humanness, and say, oh yeah, really, without believing hereafter, my being a human being will be reduced to nothing, complete, meaningless. I will be here for a temporary period of life and then gone. Is there any difference after I die? Whether I lived in this world 50 years or I lived in this world 100 years. After I die, does it matter for me at all? It becomes equal, isn't it? Because any equation multiplied by 0 makes 0. So I cannot say that I am here to live longer than others in comparison. It's a comparison. What does it mean? After I die, it will become nothing. No value. What should I bother about living in this world longer and longer and longer? It will be multiplied by 0 at the end anyway. Everyone will be equal, eh? By 0, by 0. Whatever your equation is on the left-hand side is nothing. Multiplied by 0 at the end. Having a meaningless, purposeless life. Do I want a meaningless life? Purposeless life? Do I? Is it human? What's this contradiction then? You have to think yourself. Somebody thinks over there and said, I found it. Yeah, you will be given eternal existence. Did I find it? No, I'm not satisfied, but I'm imitating that one. Does it solve my spirit? Doesn't free my spirit? So doesn't really give me any conviction? Do I learn by imitating the result of a solution in mathematics? Imitating the result. What do I gain? I gave this example was, if some professors are clever ones, they are good teachers, give the problem and give the answer. Okay, show me how to come to this answer. This is the answer. But let's see. You try, and show. Somebody says, there is no need to bother. Because I know the answer from the professor. I don't know more than the professor does he? That's why they say, I don't know more than the scholars. So they say there is a hereafter. I believe it. There are angels. I believe in it. Huh? With a very good faith. Good for you. Not for me. So the professor asks, okay, demonstrate it. You start. The question is here. Okay, equation. Say, because the professor already told you. The expert who worked on it, learned, and told you. The equation is, let's say, 5. All right? You write equal to 5, give the paper to the professor. I found it. It's a right answer, as you told me. Okay. I think, did you hear this example before?
Yeah.
Why did you hear it? From our discussion or recording?
Our discussion.
Sorry, the discussion. Okay. Professor will give this man what? Sorry?
Nothing.
Which grade? Out of 100. He got the right answer. What, if you are a professor and the student gives you, without solving it, equals to 5. Here you are, as you told me. So you're a professor. What do you say? Perfect.
Or empty paper?
Yeah. What the right answer is there.
Right.
Sorry? No solution. Right
Yeah.
answer is copy paste from the professor. What do you get?
But
What do you give? If you are the professor, what do you give?
so it is
What
right
degree?
answer. It
So-
is right answer. So I will give. I will accept
But
that.
I already told him the right answer is this. This is the right answer. You have to show me,
The work.
demonstrate it, and come to this right answer or what? And it says, okay, there's no need to work, and you know better than I do. Okay, right? Equation is here equals to 5.
Mhm.
Because professor told me, you are the professor. Which grade you will give me?
Full
Sorry?
full credit.
100.
Yeah.
Did you demonstrate it? No, we just thought, because I gave the question, and I said, the answer is 5. So please demonstrate and reach this answer. And try to reach this answer. This is the 5. You gave just a, you wrote the question and said equal to 5 and gave it back to the professor without demonstrating it. Which degree you get? Which mark you will get?
I think full.
Sorry?
I think I will get good credit because
Credit?
yeah,
Because?
I did what professor wants.
No, professor says the answer is 5, so I wrote 5. But professor asked me to demonstrate it to me. How you should reach 5, answer 5. I did nothing. I didn't just wrote 5 and gave it back.
I understand.
So which grade would you give me?
Nothing.
Means out of what?
100.
Out of 100, which number? Tell me the number.
10.
What 10? I demonstrated nothing. I just imitated the professor and wrote it. The answer already was given.
You have some work done there, so
Which work I did?
demonstrate.
Sorry, demonstrate?
Yeah.
I didn't demonstrate anything. I just copy paste the answer. And this is the right answer. Just wrote it. 5. Professor already said the answer is 5. I said, okay, it's equal to 5. Here you are. Gave the paper back to the professor.
You don't have any work done there.
So which grade would you give me?
I don't want to give 0.
Why?
I don't know.
Why you don't know? You're a professor. Example. This is just an example.
I told him or her.
5.
Yeah.
The answer is 5. So I just wrote 5, copy paste it, and gave it to you.
So
Which grade do I deserve to get?
in practical life,
Yes, you are a professor. This is an example. Which grade would you give me?
if the answer is exactly what I thought.
Yeah, and there is no work on it.
Oh, there's.
Well, I haven't worked for anything. Just copy paste the answer and gave it back immediately.
0.
Sorry?
Okay, 0.
It's hard to give zeros.
Very hard. You know why? Because when the people come to the mosque and say, La ilaha illallah, that is our religion, that's what we are taught. They say, La ilaha illallah? No value? 0 value. Yes, there is a value. 0. It's not your work. You are only the taught. You understand? This is very hard. It's a very simple example, eh? Very clear, very simple example. But why it is hard to say that this student deserves 0. Why is it hard? I'm not blaming it. Because you never thought about it. People come to the mosque and pray something. Why do you pray? Because it's our religion. Where did you learn? That's what our scholars, shuyukh, imams taught us. That is what we inherited from our family. I was brought up, raised up as a Muslim. What else do you expect from me? A very devout person deserves to get 0 out of his actions. Very devout person, very modest. He doesn't rely on his mind. He relies on the text and the tradition. He's a Muslim. Muslim is the one who submits to the community leaders. You see, Islam is a religion of submission. Listen to me and imitate my answer. Islam is a religion of submission. Huh? Imitate me. Submit yourself to me. Because this is the way to submit God. In Christianity, it's the same. Yeah, we accept Jesus, it means we are saved. Why? Because Jesus said, I am the way. Imitate me. The same thing. Or Muslim said, we imitate Muhammad. Where? Oh, he was prophet of God, emperor of God. Whatever he said must be true because it's taught by God. Okay. I'm, of course, simplifying the matter and making it in black and white terms. And I am a person who follows the religion of submission, Islam. How do you know? Muhammad was a prophet. He said, I am a prophet. He said, Muhammadur Rasulullah, the Hindu verse. Yeah, you see, God also approves me. So why Islam is the best religion? Because God says, Inna dina indallahi Islam. You see, our book says the acceptable religion in God's sight is Islam. That's why we are Muslims, because this is the acceptable religion. What is it? It is the acceptable religion. It's our religion. This is what Islam. That's very ridiculous. Very, very ridiculous. Okay. It was a deviation from the subject. But why people follow this stupid idea of materialism? Because of our mistake, believers' mistake. We present Islam, but not necessarily we present our belief based on imitation, but of course, people have some reason. They have, you don't know who so, but if you base your religion on imitating the culture, you get 0. In principle. It must be yours. It must be your will, right? Not imitating the professor's will. Your conclusion. That's why it's easy to escape into 2 things. Imitating the fiqh rules, and I don't know why it is, but it is so. But because I am a Muslim, why are you a Muslim? No answer. That's one thing. Following the community in form and saying that this is my religion. No, the form is your religion, but the source of the form, which is in the case of Islam, in the case of Judaism, is not your religion. Form is yours. number one. The other one says, I'm tired of reasoning. There is no end. Everything must be reasoned. That question, there is no end. You know, let me breathe. Huh? You know, religion is essentially spiritual, correct? Essentially spiritual. Spiritual means you have to submit yourself to a shape, to a person you know better than you. He will guide you. Guide in one, what? Not reasoning. Right. Say 1,000 times a day, La ilaha illallah. The light will appear to you. Yeah, when you condition yourself, it does. It is something you think it's a lie. Because you not expect that. You expect that you dream of it, and then one day you will dream. Be careful. We have to be very careful about to escape. Channel. Responsibility until we die is our responsibility. That's why we are here. Otherwise, I see no point in my existence in this world as a human being. Yeah, by making money, it's not good for me. Yeah, but that's substantial things that I can do. What's that? I have to work. It doesn't mean that I shouldn't work in the world. No. At all. That is your main responsibility. Whatever the job you do, convert it into a means of realization, means of questioning, means of searching out for answers. Because this world, either you go and walk, you are doing an action. Or you run, you are doing an action. Or you sit, you are doing an action, sitting. In any case, you are doing something in this world. You are breathing, you are using your energy. There's no way to escape from it. That's it. You have to breathe, you have to use light to see, you have to use voice. So you have to listen to voice, and then you have to have ears to hear. You have to have reason. You cannot escape from it. You know, can you say that once I'm sitting here and not thinking? No, I'm not going to think. What am I doing? I am thinking of not thinking. Still thinking. I shouldn't think. I shouldn't think. Eh? I shouldn't think. I shouldn't think. Submit myself. I shouldn't think. thinking of not thinking. Still thinking. There is no passive, stagnant, static life for anyone. You have to do something. You are doing something. That's why you are here. That's what, the Quran says, it which makes sense. Those who believe and do good actions. You can do something, for example, help somebody or kill somebody, yeah? But the Quran says do good action. But do actions. Believe, make sure that you are secure in your belief, and do good action. It means live by it in any circumstances you are in. Whether you are walking, whether you are driving, whether you are in the public transportation, whether you are sitting, must be according to your belief. You have to be conscious of your belief, always. And belief has certainty. Certainty has no limit. If you are studying any particular subject, it doesn't matter whatever it is, history, mathematics, or whatever it is, biology, whatever it is there any end to it? Why do you think certainty should have an end? Impossible. That's our nation. Is there any end to our human qualities? Is there? It must be utilized. Something like that. It's very simple. We must have heard these sayings of the Prophet. It says, knowledge starts from the cradle to tomb or grave. Cradle to grave. You look at the beginning. As soon as you are born into this world, education started. When it ends, when you get the degree in love, that's a state. Any degree is a stage at the grave. It means no end. Never get tired of taking up responsibility. So knowledge has no age. No one can say that, I am retired now, or I will sit here. But you are doing something, still and watching TV, or doing something, or quarreling with your husband or wife, or keeping yourself with texting or receiving the text and speaking to your grandchildren or something. Still doing something. No escape from action. That's enough. That is an enough deviation from our subject. Okay. This is not church.
This watch is also not charging.
Sorry?
He'll be back.
Yeah. So that we should know the time and stop the class. Okay?
Attributing creativity to them,
That
as in
means
chain or natural causes, means
apparent cause.
apparent
It's
cause.
a system. The system is set.
System.
Yeah, the order is set in creation. Mm-hmm.
Attributing creativity to system order means that accepting that innumerable blind, lifeless things have come together by chance.
Mm-hmm. And that's it.
And
That is the word. By chance. It happened to be in this way. That is natural. It was chance. Mm-hmm.
and formed that vast, orderly universe, the existence, order, and harmony of which manifestly require absolute knowledge and will. The existence, order, and harmony of which manifestly require absolute knowledge and will, power, and wisdom.
So
Attributing creativity to the order means that we're accepting the fact that things are coming into existence by chance, random happening.
what we see in the universe,
Mhm.
the existence.
Mhm.
Can you give attribute existence to chance? Meaningless. Attributing existence to chance. Chance what? What is chance? So that he will give existence to something which did not exist before. What is that? It is just a made-up word. Chance. But on the other hand, there is no chance in the universe. Everything is perfectly right. Within an order everything is obeying the already existing order. Okay? So, existence is attributed to chance, which is meaningless. And no one can prove that such a thing, which is just a really abstract notion, chance, yeah, has a real existence. So you are going to be a judge. The person says, I killed this man. But existence, but this event happened as a result of chance, man. So it is natural, isn't it? Is there anything in the world which is not natural? Why do you punish me? This is just natural. Happened to me. Happened to me as a result of chance.
Good argument.
Sorry?
It's a good argument.
Yeah. So as a judge, what would you say? Okay.
Prove it.
Sorry?
Prove it.
Prove chance.
Huh.
Yeah. Prove. What is chance? Let me see this chance. So you have the gun, example. Is it chance or gun? Yeah. You pull the trigger. Is it chance or your finger is doing that? So why do you pull the trigger rather than not pulling it? It is your free will, isn't it? It's not chance, it is your choice. Don't be idiot. And you will be executed. You will pay for the life of this man with your own life. Then see in the world another person can do. This consciousness is always deceptive. People say, I can get the best lawyer and say that this man was not under control, psychologically not very stable, wasn't stable, he didn't know what he was doing. And then I may save my life and get away with 10 years of imprisonment. Yeah? Not guaranteed that I will be killed. It means you do not forget this point as a lawyer or, how do you say, attorney at law. You never forget. This consciousness, awareness, should be very widely spread among the people, saying that, look, if you kill somebody, definitely you are killing yourself. Yeah. You are killing yourself. Would you like to kill yourself in order to soothe your anger, your caprices? Why do you kill others? Kill yourself. But at the end, you will be killing yourself. This awareness is not prevalent in these civilizations. No one thinks about it. They always say that, there are various ways of getting around the laws, but your lawyer must be clever. So, another subject. Okay, there is no chance, so I cannot say, for example, this man, let's say, this man has got involved into an accident caused by a drunken man. It's just accident, isn't it? The universe's existence is fundamental accident anyway. Okay, you can drink, you can be under the influence of alcohol, and you can kill me or destroy my car. Because this universe is fundamental. Reason for this universe to exist is chance. This event is a part in it, a small piece in it. Fundamentally, it is the result of chance. That's why it is called what? Accident. It happened accidentally, come on. I don't have to compensate for it. It doesn't work, does it? So, when it comes to the existence of the universe, they take it for granted that they are really conservative. They are really pious people. The universe then came into existence by chance. It goes on like that. It goes on by itself in this way. Okay, let's finish the point.
Then leave them to plunge and play. Then leave them to plunge and play. So leave the order system to plunge and play.
It's the reference to the verse.
Oh, it's a verse. Verse
It's not-
691.
Doesn't matter. And the Quran says, they think this world is nothing but the play and illusion. That's until we die. Afterwards, we
That
say,
makes sense. Yeah.
okay,
It does connect to what we've been discussing in terms
Yeah.
of.
I just looked up real quick the definition of chance.
Yeah.
And it says accidental, the occurrence and development of events in the absence of any obvious design.
occurrences and development of
Events
events.
in the absence of any obvious design. So I was thinking, something as simple as rolling a dice, like that's the final, whatever number you get is up to chance. But even the order within which you roll the dice, there is an order.
Yeah.
And in which case there is a design, and there are possibilities of what number can come up, but you can't even, something as simple as that, you cannot attribute it to chance.
Yeah.
It's a contradiction within itself, because even whatever we observe in the universe, it's part of the order within the universe.
Yeah.
It's not acting outside of the order.
Some very clever people do that. Say that out of chaos, order out of chaos. It's a very famous defense from scientists. The order of the universe is out of chaos. It was chance. Some people say, okay, how can I say that? The order is in its totality perfectly okay. There may be endless universes didn't work out, but by chance did work out. It is a scientific theory, philosophical theory. If you can buy it. Endless universes, where are they? Well, there's no sign for it, but there may be. Endless universes must have existence. You say we can prove everything in material terms, so show me the material sign of the endless universes. Material sign prove evidence of chance. Show me, this is chance. Look. It's hiding there. Show me. Nature, show me. Apart from the universe itself, there is something there, nature, so that making the universe naturally. What do you mean by it? No definition. Nothing. That is the most clever, smart people of this society. Scientists, philosophers. Yeah? Very smart. We understand what you will expect from the rest of the people in the system. We have to take care of ourselves.
Yeah, I was going to say, in response to something like that, I would argue that chance looks like chance comes out. Chance is a perception of order that I don't know how to explain it, but
We are patient. Come on, go on.
maybe that's the way I can explain it. Is order without explanation. From our perception, we may not see that order, though, or we may not have thought about the order and how it all connects or whatnot. That doesn't mean Does it make sense what I'm saying or what I'm trying to
Yeah.
get at?
But very obvious contradiction. But those people who say this, they are mostly scientists.
Right.
And they study order. Science means studying the order. If there was no order, would there be any science? I am a scientist. I believe facts. Where did they get the facts? In the universe, prevalent. It is ingrained in the order of the universe. And there's no order. What a bright, smart mind. It must be a candidate for the Nobel Prize. Smart man, huh? Oh, I don't know what's going on in the world. We have to wake up. Not blaming others is not enough. We have to wake up, take up responsibility for myself, and question. Okay. Yeah. What? It is wrong.
It's
It is.
12:55.
Yeah, okay. Well, we are done. Yeah, okay. But let's read the summary. I mean, it's a summary of what we have been discussing, so it wouldn't take much time.
To sum up, the book of the universe's observed order
That's important. Observe order.
and regularity.
Oh, I didn't give you, man. No, here it is. Oh, I'm keeping it with myself and not giving it. But it is the end. Okay, you can keep it. You can keep it if you like, if you want to. Otherwise, next week we will be given again back to you. Yeah, but if you want to study it or something, take it. It's free.
Page 6. We are on page 6, the second paragraph, right?
This is
sum
fine.
up. To sum up. Sorry?
This is fine.
Turn other way around. Okay.
To sum up, the book of the universe's observed order and
Yeah,
regularity.
universes observed
Order and
order. Careful.
regularity.
Not taken for granted order. Observed order. All scientists study science in order to discover what is in the order of the universe. Nothing else. They are not going to find out a magician. Something outside the order of the universe. It's not science. That's why science is very sacred. You have to understand. Science is very sacred. The best way a person can do is to study the order of the universe and see the wisdom in it and admire the source of existence of this order. I think the best thing is to be a scientist with this consciousness. Right? But unfortunately, these people oppose the purpose of studying the science itself. They say that the order is out of chance, came into existence by chance. That is why studying the science, well, I don't know, there may be some people who study the science, don't misunderstand me, I don't know what's your major. Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying.
Psychology.
Okay. Those people, somehow it is involved in some practical science and related to the, but what are you trying to understand? Try to understand the human psychology, how it works within an order. Right? Still, those people who studied science in this civilization are so much indoctrinated that the events are taken for granted as they are and imitated. That's why in this civilization, studying science makes somebody's mind static, imitative. So these people who study science became very easily an imitator of religion. You see lots of believers there, the doctors, etc., either atheists or imitators of religion. But this is a very general statement. Definitely there are exceptions. But that's the trend. Statistical trend. Yeah, statistical. It means generally, not necessarily for every case. For example, when I was going to have an operation, the doctor told me, the chance of not being successful, they don't say death. I know it's not death. 5%. Okay? I said, I don't believe in statistics. Why? At the end of the operation or surgery, either I will survive 100% success, or I will die 0% success. I am in between 0 and 100, not in between any number. As far as the individual cases are concerned, statistics doesn't work. But science is based on statistics results. Do you understand? I did an experiment, 99% it happened in this way. You, again, 99.9% it happened in this way. 100% it happened in this way. So it has always been happening in this way. There is no exception to it statistically. But if a person makes a mistake in his experiment, he ends up with another conclusion. It's exceptional. That's his mistake. Do you understand it? But in the order, 100% correct, 0% wrong. Right? But the scientist cannot find out 100% because of his own incapability, his own failure. But order is 100%, but for example, if a person, the surgeon, is 100% successful, my body against the surgery is 100% successful, the result will be 100%. But if there is a failure, what does it mean? Something didn't resist in my body or in the tendon of the operator, surgeon. But something is wrong with either me or that, but not the order. Order is there. You understand the difference? Order is always 100% correct. But because of the failure of the scientists, they have to make an estimation, approximation, and come up with statistical results. Science, this science, as its own success is concerned, we have to understand the difference here. As its own success in discovering the order is concerned, may not turn 100% perfect. Why? Because of the failure of the researcher, not the failure in the order of the universe. We have to make the distinction. This is another thing that most of the time scientists ignore. Because the blame goes on them, not the order. The order. You get the point? Okay, we can continue.
And the manifest miraculousness in its composition.
Yeah, why miraculousness? Why miraculousness in its composition? Because not only no one can do it, but nothing can be the cause of disorder within the universe. Do you understand? Because the word miraculousness or miraculous event irritates scientists. You know why? They think that you are attributing the events to any supernatural being, but it is happening within the universe. It is not miraculous. It is a fact. It is reality. It is happening within the universe. What is the slip of it? How do you say? What is disguised there? They take it for granted that the order within the universe, which is not extraordinary, it's always ordinary according to the order. Right? So they reject miraculousness, but they take it for granted that this order, perfect, 100% perfect, working, perfectly working order, is chance. There is no miraculousness there. Look at the ridiculous idea. It's result of chance. It is not miraculous. Do you see the trick? No? Or do you see? It's a little bit difficult to catch the trick there. When you say something happened in a way that it is miraculous, the people understand that it is out of the order of the universe. Right? So they say there is no miraculous thing happening in the universe. Why? Because everything is according to the already existing order, natural laws, they call it. Right? Understand? So don't mention about miraculousness. Okay. How about the source of existence of disorder? Chance. Look at the answer. Chance. What is answer? What is chance? If it is not miraculous, extraordinary, which is not in the universe, why do you oppose the word miraculousness? Because you are attributing to more stupid language than the miraculous is. You define the order of the universe is concerned. So the author says, look, the order in every element of the order within the universe is coming into existence from an outside creative source, not from itself. So it makes sense, but chance, they say, is in the universe. If they say chance is outside of the universe, which means creator. Creator, it means the conscious, living, and the absolute qualities. Creator, source of existence. But we don't accept creator. It is religious. We are scientists. We study only and we believe on only what exists in the universe. Okay, show me chance in the universe.
When they say chance, that means ultimately they refer to things itself, right?
They don't know. There is no definition of chance in science. Everything they don't know is attributed to chance. So the existence of the order is because they don't want to accept it, chance. The source of existence of order is chance. What is chance? Are you referring something, a phenomenon, which does not exist within the universe, so it is outside of the universe, or something beyond the universe? So no, we don't believe anything exists beyond the universe as a source of its own existence. Okay, what is it then? Is it in the universe? Okay, show me. Show me. Every demonstration in the lab takes place within order. What a vicious idea that this order is the result of chance. And chance is in the order. You see the logic? Yeah, there should be a lawyer to save the murderers, killers. They trick. That's how it is. So we have to wake up. So miraculous means here, not within the order itself, to be the source of order itself. That is miraculous because it is not within the order itself, the source of existence of order. Okay. So miraculousness in its composition, because you cannot explain it in terms of in this universe. That's why it is miraculousness. It is in its existence, in its composition as an order. Mhm.
Are two proofs of divine unity, showing that the universe and its contents are works of the absolute power. Showing that the universe and its contents are works of the absolute power, infinite knowledge, and eternal will of God.
Yeah. Now, you have to attribute it to an external source of existence, which must be by definition absolute. I cannot define it because it's not within the universe, so that I will give a limit to it, define. So that is called in human language God. Okay, how about these two proofs of divine unity? Two, where are they? In the text?
Universe's observed order and regularity, and the miraculousness in its composition.
Yeah, order and regularity, and this extraordinary, not within the universe, in its composition.
Mm.
So the order is there, and the composition of the order is another thing.
Mm.
So how this order came into existence, and being orderly and being regular, not keep changing accidentally or otherwise. So we should understand from there that everything points to a necessary existence of a source of existence. That's it. Okay, that brings us to the conclusion.
I have a quick question.
Of course.
Can we also define miracles as like an unobserved order? Like you know that there is an order in a miracle, but you cannot observe it. So
Sorry, there is an order. Sorry.
I'm saying, can you also like define miracles as an unobserved order?
No, the miraculousness we are observed here.
Yeah, but
But-
how it comes to being, you can't observe it.
We cannot observe within the universe.
Yeah.
The source of existence of the universe. So this miraculous means you cannot attribute the existence of the order to any part of this order. So it must be out somewhere, not out actually, not something which is not the universe. The source of existence of the universe cannot be anything of the universe. That's why it's extremely important the vocabulary we use in our discussions, in our classes, that the creator cannot be off the nature of the universe. You said the value of this expression. The source of existence cannot be off the nature of the universe. Look, because source of existence of something cannot be itself. Because I'm asking the source of existence of this thing. You said this thing is the source of existence of itself. That's what materialists claim. It's itself. If you can believe in it, good for you, not for me, definitely. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك حكيم وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله. We have to be thankful for this opportunity. Understand. Yeah. Thank you, Assalamu alaikum. See you next week.